Hello, post-cycling stretch out. So a number of you have asked me, what do I do after my rides, or what should you be doing after your rides, more to the point. And it's offsetting the strange position that you've been in for a number of hours. So I'm going to take you through what I do after every long ride I've been on. It involves a few little items of equipment, so lacrosse ball and either a half foam roller that's been cut up or your stability ball for opening up your spine. So let's start with feet, as they've been in SPD shoes, cycling shoes, and you've had very little movement in the joints. So the plantar fascia gets very stiff as well. It's not been moving much. Your ankle hasn't been moving much. And you've been generating a lot of power. So you're going to have to excuse the state of me because I'm just back from hill climbing reps, training ready for Trans-Snowdonia. Slightly disheveled. So really get in there. You can use a spiky ball, but I think a lacrosse ball is just brilliant for getting in a bit deeper. And the other good thing about a lacrosse ball, or any ball for your feet, is it stimulates the nerves and increases blood flow. So it's going to warm you up. And I have to say, today has been like winter again. The winter jacket came out, the snood, gloves. I think it was 5, but feels like 2 degrees. And for those of you who know this area, Aston Hill and the Ridge is generally a lot colder. Okay, so that's my feet done. That now means that all of the muscles and connective tissue will lengthen better up through my legs when I get there too. So now I'm going to work on releasing my thoracic spine because I've spent 2.5 hours in that position. So you could use an inflatable ball. I quite like to use the foam roller because you can get your spine to extend over it vertebra by vertebra. It's just a little bit more intense, helping to offset. Also gives me the opportunity to breathe into my belly and open it up a bit, get all the muscles to stretch out, and to open up the arms, getting into the pecs and the chest. Taking a few breaths in here. And if you want to move so the roller goes further up, I'm actually going to turn around so I can add some arms in, so I don't have the room in here with Henry the Reformer there. So I'm going to turn around. And now I'm going to add some chicken wings in. Oh, really lengthening out through the fingers, the wrists, the arms, everything that's been tensed and tight over the last 2.5 hours. And the shoulder blades, stabilizers as well. You can really make up the arms, arm circles, windows, whatever feels good for you, but just open up and lengthen. I'm not really looking for precision, it's just movement and length. And breath restore. So the longer you can stay there, the better. If you find the ball is you're feeling quite intense laying over something, let a lot of the air out of the ball and start with it really quite flat but over time build yourself up. And the other thing with the roller is we can also just have a little bit of a massage around those gnarly bits in the ribs and the shoulder blades. Oh, so I can feel that releasing down into the base of my spine as well. If you get really tight up here, it just pulls through your whole body. Okay, so that's upper body done. Gonna come on to the hips. And offset the linear fashion hip flexion happening, hip flexion, hip extension, with rotating them instead. Just lengthening the inner thighs, the adductors. Keeping the pelvis still, so a little bit of centering. So we are adding the precision back in. I didn't mention when I came down here, I obviously instinctively know to come into neutral spine. If I just go sideways, you'll see better, but think about the back of the ribs connecting in, pelvis staying equally weighted. So you are also promoting neutral spine as well as opening up the hips. Okay, I'm going to add some knee circles in as well, so rotation into that hip joint. It's taking some of the pull off of my kneecap as well. Everything's been quite tense for a while. And onto the other side. I'm continuing to lengthen my arms out as well, just to keep stretching out under those armpits. Okay. And I'm going to come into a double knee fold and send the legs up. Flex the ankles, so toes to nose, point and back down. Now, if I hadn't massaged out my feet first, I wouldn't be able to get the movement in the ankles here. I wouldn't be able to lengthen through the backs of the calves and backs of the legs. So the foot massage at the start is really key. Okay, last one. And then just some rotation through that spine. It's hip rolls, but I'm not really thinking about precision of movement. I'm just promoting some movement through the lower back. If your lower back isn't very happy, then I would suggest thinking about precision of hip rolls. So only going small range and controlling it with your abs and keeping the knees in line with the pelvis instead of letting them flop. I'm going to hug the top knee, just a little pause. I breathe into the back of the ribs and then onto the other side. Okay. And still on the hips, we're going to stretch out hip flexors. So when you're cycling, you're always in mid-range. You're never in inner and outer range. You're always kind of, in between mid-range, really. So getting that stretch to open up the hips is important. I tuck the tailbone under, lean forward, leaving that knee behind. Breath in. Exhale as you rock back. Slide the front leg forwards, hinge the hips. Reach for the foot. Breathing in. Breathing out. Then I'm going to pop hands on the inside of the foot and just use the arm to push the leg out. Coming down. One more time, lunging forward, tucking the tailbone under, centering, so pubic bone is staying up towards the ceiling as you rock forwards. The leg that's back, bring that arm up and over, and inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So tailbone tucks under, center, rock forwards. And I can tell you after hill reps, that's quite tight through there for me. Breathe down towards your pelvic floor. Breathing out. Rock back, slide the front leg forwards, hinge the hips. So you're trying to keep the spine as flat as possible, not cycling position. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then pop the hands in between and just use the elbow to knock the leg out further. Breath in. Breath out. Ready for that side stretch. So again, tailbone tucks under, rock forwards. Bring the arm up, the leg is back, up and over. Inhale. And exhale. You can hold that for 3 breaths in and out. I think that's nice to hold it for a little longer. Gonna go through some upper spine extension work, and it is work rather than stretching, but it's offsetting the opposite position you've just spent hours in, so it's really important to do. I see a lot of cyclists who've been cycling for years and they are literally fixed in that position, so it's worth adding this in daily. So I'm going to start with diamond press. I'm also going to do dart, and at the end of dart I'm going to add some movements in to the shoulders of the tops of the arms, but your shoulder stabilizers are going to get the work, so we're rotating the tops of the arms. So starting with diamond press, your ribs tuck under, your legs lengthen, lift those tummy muscles up, middle fingers touching, shoulders relaxed, breath in, exhale, send the crown of the head forwards, peeling up through the back of the neck, looking down at those index fingers, in fact even the thumbs better, more length in the back of the neck, breath in, exhale, lowering back down. Don't be tempted to look up. You've spent the last however many hours looking up and extending the neck. We want to lengthen it. So I do 10 of these. Really use that breath to help you as well. So exhale up, inhale, hold, exhale down. That's 6 for me. 4 more to go. Checking you're not coming up into the lower back. So you should feel it stopping somewhere around that brow line. One more after this. Okay, so now now going to come into dart position. Rolling the legs inwards, so it's medial rotation of the hips. And when we roll the legs, it means the glutes just fire up gently. Arms are down by the side, palms up to the ceiling. Spine still in neutral to start. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll the inner thighs so they connect gently. Peeling up through the back of the neck, still looking down, just as you did with diamond press. Roll the arms so the palms face the floor. Breath in. Breath out as you relax back down. Lengthen the spine down bone by bone. So the legs happen at the same time as you gently center and lengthen up through the spine bit by bit. Tops of the arms roll, collarbones are wide open, shoulder blades in your back pockets. So again, checking you're not coming up in the lower back. You're going to be coming up a little bit higher than you were with diamond press. This is the nature of what you're doing with the arms. So this is number 6 for me. It's 8. Just to give you a pre-warner, on the 10th one I'm staying up. Feel free to pause the video and have a rest before you come into next phase. I like to challenge the muscles whilst they're already fatigued. That's where you start to make the difference in strengthening them. So I'm staying up now and I'm centering a bit more. I'm going to twist just one arm from the top of the shoulder, top of the arm where it connects into the shoulder. Palm faces the ceiling, palm faces the floor. But make it happen because the arm is twisting. The collarbone doesn't roll forwards. We've got 5 more to go. The arm's still by your side. Breathe. 10. Keep the palm facing the floor or onto the other side. 'Length from the neck, keep both palms facing down. 10 out to the sides and back in as they're small. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and down to the ceiling, small, keep the shoulder blade in position. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. 5, 2, 1, 5 circles in each direction, one side only. Reverse, keep centering. Other side, we're so nearly there. Palms still face the floor. Reverse. And down you come. I know that's tough. I know that's tough. Rock your pelvis side to side. Stretch the arms out. Turn the hips out. And just rest on the cheek. And when you're ready, push up and knees wide, rock back, tuck the tailbone under and sit back on the heels. Stretch those arms forward. Breathe. And we're going to finish with some extended cats. So I'm going to give you an option 1 for this. You could just stay on all fours, coming into cat and extended cat, or we could add a little bit of a sliding cobra in. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under and rock back. Take a breath in. Drop the elbows down to the floor as you slide your nose along. It's like your diamond press. You're coming forwards and you're coming all the way up through the spine this time. Pushing up, inhale, reverse it through the tailbone, tuck the tailbone under, coming into cat, rocking back, breath in. And as you glide your nose along the head, the neck extends, the middle spine, the lower spine. Breathe into your belly button, tucking under, breath in. And again, extend the spine, push up. And last one. And tucking those toes under, in your cat stretch, send the sit bones up to the ceiling, just hang, let the head hang, give it a shake. March the heels. Walk the hands in. Everything just shake and work your way up. And pause. Restoring your breathing. Out breath longer than the in breath. Into the back of the ribs, down to the bottom cheeks. There you go. That, definitely dishevelled, coupled with a protein shake is your perfect recipe for recovering from your bike ride, both posturally and adding in essential protein for your muscles to recover and get stronger. Any questions? Give me a shout. Enjoy. Bye.